What up, Dokkaners? The worst event of all time is coming back once again. We are jumping into yet another world tournament on global. Now, it's bad news for all of you hardcore players who like to go crazy on these world tournaments like myself. But if you are not a hardcore player, this is only good news because this means 50 more stones are headed into your box by the time this world tournament is over. So we're just going to be going through the basics on world tournament. What is the rank you want to be looking out for? What sort of rewards you get for those sorts of things? We're going to go over all the missions to get the 50 dragon stones, and we're just going to pretty much get you guys ready for this. When it comes to world tournament weekend, I am usually doing the world tournament grind while also doing other things, so I really don't have much time to stream, but I'm going to try to stream at least some of the world tournament. So look out for that. Stay up to date on social media, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on Twitch, and follow me on Twitter. Those three things, you will know for sure what is going on. So I'm going to put those in the pinned comment for you guys to take a look at and click on. So let's just go through this real quickly. We've already gone through what these units do, so I'm not going to go through all this again, but I will tell you in general, the world tournament units are not units that are must-haves. They are not absolutely incredible, but I will say that the LR EZAs have been in some pretty useful situations for me personally. So the Tien and Chaozu, they're probably not going to be the most practical in terms of like the meta teams, but I will say that there is a growing library of strong Earthling units, and the category overall, Earthlings, Earthbred fighters, you do have some nice potential, especially with Yamcha and Bulma fitting on that team. So you want to be reinforcing that category as much as possible. So this is a good unit to have. Eventually, the Prime Battle Tien will also get an EZA. These two together are going to be a fantastic combination. So if anything, I would say at least try to get that, which we will talk about. Now, this world tournament is dropping tonight, February 15th at 10:30 p.m. Pacific. So this is 6.5 hours after the day's reset. And then it will be going on for 3 whole grueling, horrendous days. And then it will be ending at 9:59 p.m. So that will be ending 6 hours after the daily reset on Sunday. This is the 47th world tournament on global. JP, I believe, has had 50 world tournaments, I think, or 51. And what's interesting is that we are getting the 49th lineup. So things are being mixed and matched and jumbled around on global, so don't get this confused. But I am going to be using the 49th info on the JP side to kind of go over the missions and whatnot. Now, in terms of rank, this is the big thing, because when it comes to these units and their EZAs, your rank helps dictate how many rewards you can get to utilize the awakenings. With 5 units receiving Extreme Z awakenings, you're going to need to have these announcer medals, and you're also going to need the Tien Chaozu medals. Now, not everybody's going to be able to obtain all of the resources that they need in one go. Sometimes this is a multiple world tournament investment. If you're not hardcore and you don't go like top 30, then you might not be able to get the sort of rewards that you actually, that used to be a thing. I think they've loosened up on how much you need to rank to get certain rewards. So we'll actually talk about that. But in general, the point is, the better you rank, the more rewards you get, the more resources you get in order to awaken these characters. But again, they're not the most important. So let's go through that. You need 45 of these LR awakening medals, as you typically do for LR EZAs. You need 15, 40, 30, 30 for the standard TUR EZAs. Pretty simple enough. How do you get these medals? That's where the ranks come into play. So I've got this breakdown here. So up until I think the 45th World Tournament, Global had this horrendous setup where only the top 10 in the world would be able to EZA all 4 TURs, meaning they would only give you enough medals to awaken these 4 units if you are the top 10 in the world. That was way too imbalanced. It only helped 10 people. That's like 100 millionth of a percent for the entire gaming population, for the Dokkan population. So they changed it. Top 2,000 gave you 3 EZAs, top 50,000 gave you 2 TUR EZAs, and 400,000 gave you only 1. They've extended it down. So instead of top 10, it is now top 2,000 worldwide. That gets you enough medals to awaken all 4 TURs. This was confirmed by the 46th World Tournament rankings here. If we go down to the 2,000th place, you can see 120, 120, 160, and 60. So that's 15 times 4. That's 40 times 4, 30, 30 times 4. If we go to 2,000 to 5,000, it drops down. So that is exactly what the situation is for the 47th World Tournament. If you hit the rank top 2,000 worldwide, you will get all 4. Even this is still a big commitment. So don't think you have to do this. This just means that you will be able to awaken all 4, or Extreme Z awaken all 4 TURs. But they're not that important. Top 50,000 gets you 3. I feel like most people will probably go for something like this. This is a little bit more reasonable, and if you're just trying to go for the 50 Dragon Stones, you'll probably end up somewhere in the top 50,000 or top 200,000, something like that. It really just depends on the World Tournament. This one, I don't anticipate is going to be nearly as heavy of a focus for people. I think the next world tournament that people will have to look out for will be the one when Pilaf shows up, because we have had Jackie Moon now for quite some time. So with this LR kind of being in circulation, a lot of the people who already have the unit might not feel as compelled to pursue a higher rank to get more copies. When Pilaf shows up, though, that will be annoying. Top 200,000 nets you 2 TUR EZAs, 400,000 nets you 1. Now, in order to awaken the TN, you need these medals. In order to get these medals, you're going to have to buy them from the shop using Hercule signatures. These EZA medals come from Baba's Treasures, and you need to spend these Hercule signatures. 3 of them gets you 1 medal. So in order to get all 45, you are going to have to spend 135 of those Hercule signatures to EZA 1 LR. This is dictated by how you perform in your local rank. Your local rank will give you Hercule signatures. If you are in the local rank 1 through 3, you get 90. If you're 4 through 10, you get 70. If you're 11 through 20, you get 60. You also get 60 of these Hercule signatures from World Tournament missions. So don't feel like you have to rank top 1 through 3. You would have to be, if you wanted to do the bare minimum in terms of local rank, you would have to get all of the Hercule signatures from the daily mission, so that's 9. You would get 60 from the World Tournament mission, so that's 69. Plus, you would have to get this bracket right here. So if you were to rank top 4 through 10 locally, then you would have enough to EZA the TN in one World Tournament run, or you could take multiple runs. When it comes to local, it is completely based on RNG. It's not, okay, I don't know exactly if it's entirely RNG. Well, I think it is. The earlier you start World Tournament, you will be placed randomly into a bracket, into a subsection of the population with other people who also started at the same time. So the prevailing theory is that if you start second 1 of World Tournament, you will be probably more likely to end up in a local bracket with some of the tryhards, the ones that try to go for number 1, number 2, number 3. And so I guess if you're trying to avoid that scenario, like ending up with, you know, a chain battle god, a World Tournament god, or the German Dokkaners, shout out to the German Dokkaners, then you don't want to be starting right away. So that's how that works. And then if you rank as low as top 20 local and complete all missions, you will earn enough to EZA 1 TUR strictly from the Hercule signatures. The Hercule signatures should be first and foremost used on the LR medals, but you can exchange them for the announcer medals. You can also use them to buy a copy of the various units that you have getting EZAs during the World Tournament. So for this one, we're going to have Turles, Bardock, Superboo, and Kami all available in the shop, so you can spend those. If you really want to, you can. I don't think that any of these units are so good, so game-changing that you absolutely must, but there will come a time where a unit is really good where you want to have one copy. So that's kind of how this all works. Now, in terms of the missions, let's go through the missions to count all 50 of those Dragon Stones. So let's start from the usual. Oh yeah, this is the local. So this is what it looks like, right? If you get number 1, you'll get 2 copies of the new LR. You'll get 90 Hercule signatures, blah, 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 blah. You have Dragonstone rewards up to top 10 locally. This is far less competitive than the rest of the brackets because it's only the subsection. But again, it all depends on who you're paired with. And then if you go down to local rank 150, you will get 1 copy of the LR. But now let's go through all of the different missions. So you need, let's count all of these right here. So get 1 win. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay, so 5 from the wins missions, 6, 7, 12, 17. So 17 total from wins and tier. 18, 19, 20, 22, 25, 28, 31, 34, 37, 37. And then in a row, we have 38, 40. What? Did I miscount? Oh no, I think I did. I miscounted. 40? No, 41. I didn't miscount. 41. And then we get 3 Dragon Stones daily for winning once, twice, 3 times. So with there being 3 days on World Tournament, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 41 gives you 50. Whew. So those are your 50 Dragon Stones. Everyone should at least do that. I would say on average to complete all of these missions collectively throughout the World Tournament, I think it would take you like maybe 2 hours a day or something like that. Maybe less. I can't exactly quantify it because every time I do the World Tournament, I usually go pretty crazy. But these different wins, like the amount of wins that you have, getting 20 wins, you only need to get 8 wins to get these, to get the max stone rewards. If you want to reach Beerus tier, they have this new thing where you can just start off at the 30 multiplier, so that will help you reach this tier faster. Also, the scores will be achievable much faster. The highest reward that gives you Dragon Stones would be at 23 million points, which will take you a good amount of time. So maybe like 1 to 2 hours each day, maybe a little bit less than that. And then winning games in a row, you only have to go as far as 7. So if you can't win 7 in a row, you could dial down the difficulty so that you can pay less. You know, you are punished less if you make a mistake. And then once you get these 2 Dragon Stones, if you want to keep going at maximum, you can. But those are some of the ways that you can kind of conserve your sanity during this whole thing. Again, if you're not hardcore, this doesn't have to be a horrendous thing. A lot of people don't mind this. A lot of people actually enjoy this because they don't go for top 10, top 20, top 30. Usually I end up somewhere around top 20, top 50. If I'm taking it easy, top 100. Judge me all you want. I need my hidden potential orbs. I need it. I need those balls. They're good. They help my units. I shouldn't have said that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if you guys are looking forward to World Tournament Weekend. How far are you going to be going to rank in the World Tournament? Are you going for some sort of crazy high global score? What is your local rank goal? What are your thoughts on the World Tournament EZAs? Are you looking forward to awakening the TN? Any of the TURs? Let me know your thoughts on the status of global right now, with part 2 being exclusively Ribrianne and World Tournament. So far, there's nothing else. So what are your thoughts on the status of global right now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content of the future and click the notification bell so that you'll know you're going to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.